Welcome to another episode of the Sensibly Cynical podcast. My name, of course, is Sean, and today I have a very fascinating subject. Trolling. You know, everyone knows what an internet troll is. It's those D-bags that have no life, that use anonymous names, anonymous photos, fake photos, and they have no life, so they unfortunately try to bring down other people to their level. It's the same thing, back in the day, there wasn't internet, so there still is bullying, but it's the same sort of concept, except for they can become keyboard warriors. Just say whatever they want and use, freedom of speech, which is true, and obviously I'm thankful to have freedom of speech. We all should be, but unfortunately, now with social media, it was like that for MySpace, but now with even more applications, you can talk shit on Snapchat, you can talk shit on TikTok, could talk shit on TikTok, it's banned or whatever, that's a different subject, but anyways, you get my point. So, let's go in a time machine back to 2012, courtesy of Urban Dictionary. This entry by my friend 22D on August of that year states the following, and I'm paraphrasing. An internet troll is a person who uses anonymity to cause frustration, anger, impatience, or to generally be disruptive. It goes on, but you get the gist of it. Now, what I find funny about this person, not funny about the person because he or she is being honest, but what I find funny about this entry is that, this is an entry that is commonplace, like when you look up trolling definitions and stuff. So let me go on about what this person says. Let me continue. Most are soulless bastards, and instead of coping with that trauma in a healthy way, take out their aggression, anger, impotence, frustration on others. The grammar could have been better, but whatever. I get their point. And the fact of the matter is, it's people that have no life at home and they're only happy when they see despair in other people. And half the time it's people that they, quotation marks, love, that are in their inner circle. There's trolling that goes on in friendships. I saw this one show, I think it's called Siesta Key, one of the reality TV shows on MTV, where this girl, Chloe, goes around and talks shit about her friends' relationships. And it's just glorified. Like, MTV doesn't care. They just do it for ratings. But she just trolls her friends. It's the same sort of concept, except these people hide behind a computer. It can be male or female, but it's mostly males. Old guys that have no life and they troll others because, they have their point of view that, is skewed by others. And they're just like, all right, well, I'm just going to troll, for the hell of it. A good example is LeBron James. By the way, shout out to him and the Lakers for winning the championship last night. I'm recording this on October 12th. So that's a big deal. And, the only reason why LeBron has to say, give me my damn respect in the post game is because of trolls. He's letting the trolls, the online trolls that have no life and can't even shoot a basketball, half of them, he's letting them control himself. He wants respect. He shouldn't be saying that. It just should be given. Michael Jordan never said, hey, give me my damn respect. But I kind of see where it's coming from because eventually it gets to you. Eventually you get tired of the haters. Everyone's going to be hated on. But the fact of the matter is that you can control what you can control. People are going to hate on you no matter what. And so that is what trolling is. Trolling is being the scum of the earth. I mean, that's just the truth. A bad person is a bad person. Someone that's trying to bring other people down should not be rewarded with, with any sort of positive response. So, if you see someone that's a troll, call him out. I mean, just say, hey, this is bullshit. Be normal. What's going on with you that you have to bring other people down? So, with that being said, I'm going to talk about how to use trolling to your benefit to get your point across. And yes, you can use it politically. Obviously, everyone does, with the election coming up. You can use trolling in a way to convince others. That's kind of what I was saying with, interpersonal relationships. You can use trolling to get the other person to agree with, the other person in the friendship or whatever, or other people in the friendship group. You can get them to go on your side by trolling because you bring out the flaws in others. And they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe this person is right. Maybe I should doubt this other person because of X, Y, and Z character traits. According to an article on theartifice.com, the history of trolling is a history of rhetoric. This particular history of rhetoric is steeped in philosophy and mythology. Yeah, I mean, this goes back, like I was telling you earlier, this goes back years and years and years, prehistoric times, of course, the alt-right movement of recent years, and of course, the internet with the age of social media, like I mentioned earlier. It's emerged within multiple cultures. Like now it's taken over. Basically to the point that if you have any opinion at all in 2020, expect to be trolled. I mean, that's just, unfortunately, that's how it is. Let me continue on with this definition from Oxford Living Dictionary. And I quote, to make a deliberately offensive or provocative online post with the aim of upsetting someone or eliciting an angry response from them. I mean, yeah, that's it. And the art is doing it without getting caught. Like, that is literally the art. Subtly trolling where you use certain vocab terms, seem educated, but at the same time, you have this purpose of just being, for lack of a better word, an ass. I mean, that literally is trolling. I mean, memes, and if someone makes an opinion on, let's say, a Facebook post, that is actually substantiated with facts, with legit facts, and you troll them, that's just an agenda hunting. That's agenda hunting. And some people do that with skill, and they'll actually, change minds. Like I said earlier, trolling is a form of persuasion. It can be a form of persuasion, but inflammatory comments, I mean, that is what it is. You're pissing people off. You have to be the most negative person on the planet to enjoy trolling every single day. I mean, there's people that have no life, that sit on a laptop, on their phone 24/7 and literally jump at trolling all the time, nonstop. And it's just wild that people take pleasure in hurting others. So some funny memes. I mean, I see this one meme on here. If I write an essay about trolling and mostly talk about rhetoric, do I become a troll? That's an interesting term. Like it says here, if each act of individual trolling is an act of rhetoric in action, then what is rhetoric itself? Yeah, rhetoric. Rhetoric is used, of course, now in this political climate, but it is a frequently used term in pop culture as a way to dismiss a person's words and thoughts. But rhetoric is used to call BS out. And of course, without having any facts, the author can just say, hey, that's empty rhetoric. That's another term. A lot of rhetoric is just misinformative or fake news, as people say nowadays. So this goes back to ancient Greek days. I mean, trolling goes way, way, way back. And it's not just internet. I mean, newspapers and, written blogs, journals, people troll on those. So it's not just social media. It's everywhere. And it's been everywhere. And it won't go away because people are selfish. People are mean. That's the nature of the human species, of course, is everyone is out for themselves. If they don't get what they want, they do whatever it takes to bring them down. If they have a personal issue and they have this person that they just don't like, they'll troll them. They'll bring them down to their level, because that's what bad people do, is they troll and they'll be abusive on the internet. They'll disagree just for the pleasure of disagreeing. They'll spread fake news to troll. I know everyone loves that term, but trolls use fake news. They make up their own stats to back up claims. Oh, this happened, this. But in 2006, this happened. Well, when it wasn't 2006, it was yada, 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 So if you're gonna call someone out on trolling, do it with facts. People troll and they try to get away with it. And unfortunately, it causes a lot of relationships to end because people troll their personal life and they get tired of it and they end it. So if you're going to troll, you know what? Take that back. Don't troll. Trolling needs to stop. It won't stop, but don't troll. Back things up with facts. Be nice to others. And one love. All right, this has been another episode of Sensibly Cynical. Thank you for listening. You can check us out on Twitter at Cynical Sensibly, Instagram, Sensibly Cynical Pod, and you can check out our Facebook group. Also, if you could please subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes, it would be highly, highly appreciated. One more thing, be on the lookout for my new series, Mr. Cynic, which I will go over the pros and cons of certain subjects, argue why this should be changed, whether it's a game or an activity or an opinion, why people should do this instead. It'll be fun. So I look forward to starting that. Also, up next will be the final Sensible or Cynical review. We will review the horror movie, The Visit. And I'm saying we because I will be joined by Fear Ennis once again. So be on the lookout for that. And please stay safe, mask up, and take care.